Hello, everybody, and welcome to our transportation series. We have a series of brief recordings to share information about transportation considerations for older adults and people with disabilities. My name is Katie Kutcher, and I'm with the Central Carolina Area Agency on Aging. And so we're really excited that you've joined us today to find out more about how to find transportation options in North Carolina. So today we have two guest speakers. We have Linda Miller, the director of the Central Carolina Area Agency on Aging. Linda also serves as the chair of the North Carolina Association of Area Agencies on Aging. And then we also will be hearing from David Rue, who is the director of the North Carolina Public Transportation Association. So we're really excited to have them here with their expertise. As mentioned, this is part of a transportation mini-series, so we encourage you to come back to the Central Carolina website and check out our other videos about transportation considerations. But that being said, we'll start with just a few statistics. So we know that by the year 2030, 1 in 5 North Carolinians will be 65 or older. So of course, our population is aging, which is wonderful. But in addition, we know that 90% of adults age 65 and older say that they hope to stay in their home as long as possible. And so oftentimes we call this aging in place. But so one of the things we know, it's really important to be connected to community services and supports to be able to do that. So that's a really important component of aging in place. And so transportation really is that key to help individuals do that. And so we're really going to focus today on transportation options for older adults and people with disabilities. And we know sometimes it can be hard just to find where to start, to find out what options are available. And so we want to highlight a few resources to help individuals connect to the transportation options in their community. So I'm going to start by turning things over to Linda Miller to talk to us some about the Area Agency on Aging Network and how they can help folks connect to transportation options. So I'll turn things over to you, Linda.
Thanks, Katie. I'm really glad to be here today and share some information about the area agencies on aging in North Carolina with you. So, as many of you know, most older adults may live in the community a decade or even longer without their own personal car for one reason or another. And when that driving their own car is no longer an option, we need to make sure in the aging network that there are alternative arrangements so that they can access important resources in the community, such as their health care, doctor's appointments, getting pharmacy and prescriptions filled, getting to groceries, getting healthy food options, and community and social support. Many people go to church. There's just so much that they need to access to stay viable and happy and stay in the community. And area agencies on aging help with that work to get transportation providers to increase their access to transportation options so that an older adult and their caregivers have options to get them wherever they need to go to stay active in their home. So we're going to learn today about contacting your area agency on aging in your region to learn more about transportation options in your area. So what do AAAs do? And we'll just say AAAs to make it easy on everybody. The primary purpose in North Carolina is to help older and disabled adults live in their community in the least restrictive environment in the place that they choose with maximum dignity and independence. Area agencies on aging contract with local service partners and collaborate to deliver many direct services. And this would include transportation, meals, in home services, those types of services. AAAs also can coordinate and deliver services directly, such as the Regional Long Term Care Ombudsman Program, information and options counseling, information and assistance, care management, benefits and health insurance counseling, evidence based health programs, such as learning about falls risks or what to do to reduce diabetes self management issues and challenges as you age, and also family caregiver support programs. So, what's the NC4A, well, that's just the Area Agency on Aging Association in North Carolina. So the North Carolina Association of Area Agencies on Aging. And this is all 16 area agencies on aging in North Carolina, and we cover all 100 counties. There's a AAA in every county in the state. Our primary mission is to build capacity and coordinate the activities of those 16 area agencies on aging in the state. We have a network that provides programs and services to seniors and caregivers and those with disabilities, and we've been operating for over 40 years. As I mentioned, we cover all 100 counties in the state, and we support individuals across the continuum of care. That means from when you start need care all the way through end of life care. And we do that along that continuum from the very well to that very frail or at-risk population in the community and in long-term care facilities. So where are we located? Well, even though it's probably a little hard to see, there are the 16 area agencies on aging. We have multiple county regions. There's a website that if you want to learn more about where those are and how to contact those, at the bottom of the slide. But I believe the next one gives us even more information and it's a little easier to read. So you can go to either of those websites and you can look at where the AAA is near you. But the one good thing about the network is if you can't get to the right one, just get to the one and somebody will get you to the right AAA. So thanks, Katie. I'm going to go ahead and hand it back to you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Linda. That was a great overview. And now we're going to pass things over to David Rue so we can learn more about public transportation in North Carolina. David?
Thank you, Katie. Thank you, Linda, for your leadership. The North Carolina Public Transportation also serves 100 counties with our systems across North Carolina from Murphy to Manteo and everywhere in between. And we also have a large number of business partners associated with the association. We obviously know the importance of transportation with all populations, but certainly our ability to be one of those key social determinants of public health. So again, we're here to serve you. A couple of resources that might be of help to you as you go through that process. We are partners with the North Carolina Department of Transportation through their Integrated Mobility Division, have a close relationship with them. So there's lots of resources on their site relative to public transit and the things that you might need from there. And then we also have, for your convenience, an interactive map that's located on our website. And again, click on there, you can go to the specific county in North Carolina, and it'll take you directly to their website to be able to serve you well. And again, we're grateful for the collaboration and partnership, and we look forward to continuing to work to serve the people of North Carolina. Katie?
Wonderful. Thank you. And so, yes, public transit is such a wonderful resource for individuals who may need assistance with transportation. And so those are excellent resources to help people connect with your local public transit provider if you're not sure who that is. In addition to that, as we're closing, we have just a few other resources. So some look familiar, but we also wanted to highlight at the national level, the National Aging and Disability Transportation Center. And so if you are looking for transportation information, maybe across the nation, this is a resource. There's also nationally the Elder Care Locator, which is affiliated with US Aging. And so again, Linda was mentioning we have that AAA network across North Carolina, and that even stretches beyond across the nation. And so you can find your local transportation options through that network. Of course, we have our North Carolina Association of Area Agencies on Aging, so you can find your local area agency on aging. The North Carolina Division of Aging and Adult Services also has a transportation directory, and that will highlight any transportation provider that receives federal or state funding to provide transportation to older adults. And then we mentioned the North Carolina Department of Transportation Local Transit Search and the North Carolina Public Transportation Association. Thank you to David for highlighting those resources. And lastly, as we're closing, we just want to mention that our local Central Carolina Area Agency on Aging also has a transportation resource page, and we also have a transportation resource guide there for older adults and people with disabilities that provides detailed information about transportation options for all of the 9 counties that we serve in the Central Carolina region. And so that is a quick overview. And again, if you're looking for transportation options in North Carolina, our hope is that this will help point you in the right direction. The great news is that there are a number of transportation resources available. And so these are just a few resources to help you connect to transportation services. As we know, transportation is a lifeline to connecting older adults and people with disabilities to community services and supports. So I'd like to thank again our speakers, Linda Miller and David Rue, for joining us and sharing your expertise. And we would love to invite you to check out our additional videos about transportation considerations for older adults and people with disabilities. Thank you.